wrapped in a soft blanket and wearing a gold pendant shaped like the sun. The nuns were never able to find out anything about my family, or maybe they never even tried. But I had all kinds of theories about my past.
Maybe I'm some princess stolen by an evil witch and sent here because she was jealous of my beauty. Or maybe you stole me and you keep me here because of the magical powers of my hair, just like Rapunzel. You touch my hair a lot, you know.
Yes, to pick lice. And trust me, this mousy nest on your head has no magical powers.
Maybe I'm from another planet, like Superman. And my parents dropped me at the orphanage because I wasn't safe on my planet. This necklace has to mean something. I probably have superpowers. Look, I can stare directly at the sun.
I went half blind trying to prove that I could. All the kids thought I was a bit of a weirdo, and I guess I was. I never really felt like I belonged there. The only person I was close to was Anna, one of the janitors. She was the sweetest lady who'd always paid extra attention to me since I was little, and we had a special bond. One day when I was 10, I was going on about a new theory regarding my parents over breakfast when this kid named Brett flung oatmeal in my face.
Can you just shut up for once? We don't care where you came from. You're nobody special.
I'm special to someone out there. That's why they gave me this precious necklace, dummy.
But suddenly, Brett lunged at me and pulled at the necklace, breaking the chain and sending the pendant flying across the floor. I stood frozen in shock. Then fury took over and I pounced on him. Brett was rescued by some nuns soon enough, while Anna pulled me away to her room, where I sobbed over my broken necklace. I can't fix the chain, sweetie, but how about I put the pendant in this thread so you can still wear it? Anna, do you think I'm special? Everyone's special in their own way, Cass.
That's just another way of saying no one is. Well, I guess it's true in my case. My parents wouldn't have left me here if I was special.
Or maybe they loved you so much that they gave you up because they wanted you to have a better life than the one they could give you. Also, you're special to me. Anna's words made me feel better, and something in my head shifted that day. If my parents wanted me to have a good life, I needed to get adopted by a nice family living in a nice house. They wouldn't want me spending my life here, but my attempts to get adopted didn't go well.
Why does my head look like a jelly bean?
And why do I look pregnant?
I was wondering about your head too. Maybe your brain is too small? And I thought you are pregnant and wanted an older sister for your baby. I'm totally up for it.
I guess I offended them because they didn't adopt me. I tried to impress more couples visiting the orphanage. I cracked jokes, sang them songs, memorized a bunch of science facts so they'd think I was super smart, but every meeting ended the same way. They left, always choosing someone else. And eventually, I gave up on the idea of ever getting adopted. I wasn't gonna put myself through the pain of rejection again. Then one time when I was 15, I was reading in the common room when I heard loud voices in the corridor. I stepped outside to see a new boy surrounded by a bunch of kids, including Brett. They'd taken his thick glasses and were passing them around and laughing. Then Brett threw them to the side and the poor boy dropped to the floor, blindly searching for them. What is wrong with you guys? Leave him alone.
Oh, chill out, loser. Unlike you, I'm getting adopted next week, so we're just having some fun before I go.
Do you need a reminder of the time I made you scream for your life? Do your new parents want a bald son? Brett gave me the stink eye before he and the others left, and the boy turned to me with a grateful smile. He told me his name was Mateo. Mateo and I had tons in common. We both liked pickles and super spicy food and scary movies, and we were both misfits as kids.
The only difference is that you don't let anyone bully you, and I can't stand up for myself.
Yes, you can, because you have me by your side now. You don't have to do it alone. Mateo and I became best friends, and my life was just better with him around. Of course, I started including him in my hangouts with Anna, but I could just sense he didn't like her at all. Like this one time, I asked Mateo to play board games with me and Anna after dinner, and he flat out refused.
I just don't like the way she keeps looking at me.
She has a slight squint in her eye, dude.
Then I guess it's just her vibe.
She's perfectly lovely.
Just yesterday, I saw her screaming at some little kids for spilling juice on the floor. I mean, they're kids. And the other night, I woke up and was getting myself some water when I saw her sneaking out. It was 2 a.m. Trust me, there's something shady about that woman.
It's her job to keep the floors clean, and those kids can be brats. And Anna is an adult. She doesn't have a curfew. Stop being so weird about her. But Mateo refused to hang out with Anna, and if she ever came to check up on me, Mateo would just leave. Of course, it didn't escape Anna's notice. I don't understand why Mateo feels so uncomfortable around me. He's just an introvert. Just give him time. He'll warm up to you. Are you sure? I don't want you losing the only friend you have because of me. Mateo had totally misunderstood Anna, and I was hoping I could knock some sense into him soon. But a few days later, I was summoned to the warden's office. I walked in and saw Mateo there with a young couple, and then he came running to me excitedly.
She's the girl I've been telling you about. She's been so amazing to me since I came here. If you're looking to adopt someone, it should be her, not me.
Mateo, what are you? But Mateo just shushed me and went on singing my praises as the couple smiled, then turned to the warden and told her they wanted to adopt us both. I couldn't believe my ears. I was finally getting adopted, and Mateo was gonna be my brother. Anna was thrilled for me too, and we spent the whole week packing. But on the last day, I was told that I wasn't getting adopted. Only Mateo was. What? Why?
They didn't give me a reason, but for now, you'll stay here. And Mateo, your new parents will pick you up soon, so you guys can say your goodbyes.
The warden walked away, and I broke down in tears. I don't understand. What changed?
I know you don't want to hear it, but I think Anna is behind this.
Mateo mentioned that a few days earlier, the couple's lawyer had come by the orphanage to drop some paperwork paperwork, and he had spotted Anna talking to him.
She said something about you having bipolar disorder and being a troublemaker.
What? You heard her say this exactly?
Well, not exactly, but I'm good with lip reading, and that's pretty much what she said.
Are you kidding me, Mateo? Accusing Anna for no good reason? No, your parents probably just decided it wasn't worth the trouble to adopt 2 kids after all.
Why don't we ask them?
No, thank you. I don't need to be humiliated to my face. Are you sure you want to go with these people? What if they change their mind about you one day too, huh?
I think you're wrong about them.
You know what? Just leave. I can see you're dying to go, but don't ruin the one good thing I have in my life, and that's Anna. I stormed off before he could say more, tears pouring down my face. We didn't have a proper goodbye, and I didn't stay in touch. A couple of years went by, and I started a job at a local grocery store to save up money for the future. One day, as I was heading out, I realized my uniform had a tear in the back. I went to Anna's room to ask for help, but she wasn't around. As I looked around for her sewing kit, my foot got caught in the carpet, and I fell on my face. As I groaned, I suddenly spotted a large wooden box under her bed. My curiosity got the better of me, and I opened it. There were stacks of cash inside, but my hands trembled as I picked up a picture of Anna with a woman who looked a lot like me, wearing my necklace. I went through the other documents in the box and saw my birth certificate, along with letters from someone asking about how I was doing. It didn't make any sense. Anna had my birth certificate, so she knew exactly when I was born and to whom. She actually knew my mother, and she'd lied to me about all this my entire life. I wanted to confront Anna immediately, but something stopped me. If she'd kept such a big secret, she would only lie to my face now. I took pictures of everything with my phone and quickly left her room. And later that night, I ran away from the orphanage. I messaged Mateo on Instagram saying it was an emergency, and thankfully, he agreed to meet me at a cafe. As he walked in, I instantly registered that he looked different.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm so sorry for not believing you, Mateo. You were right. Anna isn't who she seems. I told Mateo about everything I'd discovered.
I just knew it! My parents confirmed that Anna had said things about you to their lawyer, but I didn't reach out to you again because I didn't think you'd listen.
I wasn't ready to, but I do believe you now. I couldn't think of anyone else to go to, and I know you aren't happy to see me, but...
Cassie, of course I am. You're my best friend, and you are not going back to that orphanage.
Mateo took me to his mansion, which was beyond amazing. He had butlers and maids, a movie theater in his basement, 3 pools, a chef, and a masseuse. His parents were welcoming, and Mateo helped me hire a private investigator to follow up on the leads I'd found in Anna's room. He even lied for me when some police sent by the nuns showed up asking about me. With me, he was still great, but I could see he'd really changed. I couldn't ignore his pretentious wardrobe and his slicked back gel hair, and he always seemed overeager to please his parents, thanking them for every little thing, basking in their praise over his good grades, and taking an interest in everything they liked. Dude, did you even know anything about the painting your parents just bought you were praising so much? It looked pretty weird to me.
Of course I know. I researched the artist and all his works, and it's not weird, it's genius. Takes a refined eye to appreciate art.
His condescending comment annoyed me, but I brushed it off. The painting was ugly, period. And soon after, Mateo invited me to one of his school parties. He'd even picked out a dress for me, which looked expensive. He introduced me to his friends, each richer than the next. They all bragged about their money and their cars and made mean jokes about other kids in school. Then halfway through the party, a girl passing us by suddenly tripped, spilling her soda all over Mateo's shoes.
Oh my god, are you blind? These are limited edition Nikes!
I'm so sorry.
Meh. Is your apology gonna replace my shoes? I would insist that you get me new ones, but I'll let you off the hook. Just because I know your dad's monthly salary wouldn't even cover it. Am I right?
As he and his friends laughed, something inside me snapped. Seriously? When did you become such a jerk? Have you forgotten your humble beginnings? Have you forgotten what it's like to be bullied? Mateo's face turned red as he tried to laugh it off, and he dragged me to the side.
What do you think you're doing?
Who have you turned into, man?
It's just an act, Cass. That's how everyone in my circle talks and acts. Don't make a big deal out of nothing. And the least you can do is not embarrass me in front of my friends, especially after everything I'm doing for you.
Wow, I don't even know what to say, except that I'll be out of your hair very soon. And with that, I just walked out of the party. I was so angry, I kept walking without thinking. But after a while, I realized I had no idea where I was. While I was hopefully waiting for a cab to turn up, I suddenly heard something behind me. But the second I turned around, a masked figure grabbed me and put a damp cloth on my face. And as I was dragged into the van, I blacked out. When I finally came around, I found myself on a chair, and I was somewhere familiar. Then I realized it was the horse shed at the orphanage. And minutes later, Anna appeared in front of me. Anna? How did I get here? What's going on?
Please, Cassie, you need to calm down.
Calm down? You don't get to tell me that after lying to me my whole life. Tell me the truth about everything in that wooden box under your bed. Anna started crying and then revealed the whole truth to me. She told me how my parents were millionaires who had met a boating accident when I was just a baby. As their only daughter, I was the sole heir of their massive fortune, business, and properties, which I would have full control over when I turned 18.
Your dad's younger brother was put in charge of you and your finances till you turned 18, and he would get a portion too, but he got greedy. He knew that in case something happened to you, the entire property would get transferred to the next of kin, which was him. That's why he asked me to move you to this orphanage on the other end of the country, then claimed you'd passed away due to some illness and faked the documents. And he's been paying me to look over you in the orphanage, making sure you didn't leave and start poking into your past. So caring about me was all an act? You were just doing it for money? And why do you have a picture with my mom? I do care about you, but I had to do it. My life is difficult. I've needed this money to take care of my own family. Also, I have that picture because your mom and I were friends a long time ago, but then we had a huge falling out.
So you haven't just been a lousy friend to me, but also my mom? You're despicable, and I won't let you or my uncle get away with this.
I can't let you go. If your uncle found out, he'd kill me. I tried running out of there, but Anna was too fast and strong for me. I'd almost given up fighting her off when the door burst open and Mateo walked in with the police.
Anna let go of me and tried to make a dash of it, but she was caught immediately and taken away. How did you even find me?
When you left the party, I followed you soon after. I figured you wouldn't know the way back, and I was looking for you when I saw you get kidnapped. I immediately called the police and told them the car's number, and they tracked it down.
That was quick thinking.
Listen, Cass, I'm really sorry. I know I've been such a jerk lately. I think what you said in the orphanage really stuck with me. What if my parents changed my mind about me too? I've been so afraid of losing them in my new life that I've been trying a little too hard to fit into this new world, but I hardly recognize myself anymore.
It takes courage to accept your mistakes, and I'm glad you could do it.
So, friends again?
Weren't we always? Oh, also, I won't be crashing at your place for too long. Apparently, I have an uncle to track down and a fortune to inherit. I turn 18 next week. Let's go home. I'll tell you all about it.